On the road again. Oh man, I'm screwed. I'm gonna hoof it out so I don't miss my max, but I know I only got a short shift today, but I did not sleep well last night. It wasn't like I was tossing and turning, it was just I didn't sleep. I didn't have enough time to sleep because I had to get up earlier than usual. So, you know, I tried to go to sleep about 2:30. I was already only going to get about 7.5 hours. But it took me like an extra hour to fall asleep. Apparently working several 9-hour shifts in a row isn't enough to make me just pass out. And then it's like the first time since we've moved in. It's, you know, it's pretty chilly outside. It's probably hovering in the high 40s overnight. But we've always had our window open because it stays really warm in our apartment. This morning around 9, when I still had like a little more than an hour that I could have rested, I ended up waking up with like, you know, a little bit of a runny nose because it was like cold. So that took forever. I just kind of flopped my blanket over my head, but it took like 45 minutes for that to work. So I dozed off maybe another 15 minutes. And that was it. So I'm rocking like 5 hours sleep. And you know, they say when you got fibromyalgia, I mean, you need your sleep anyway, but with fibromyalgia, like rest is critical, especially when you're having to, you know, work as consistently as I am. I mean, thank God I have a short shift today. I probably, you know, would have tried going to sleep a little earlier if I didn't have that in the back of my head. But anyway, so here we are. So I'm hoping, you know, that I don't end up, the fibro symptoms don't bother me a little bit more than usual because my body's just not right. I mean, I actually feel fairly awake for how tired I should be. But the last 2 days I've gotten, you know, good amount of sleep, and I still get to work, and like the first 2 hours I'm just dead asleep, like just sleepwalking. So I don't know, maybe that'll happen again. At least I have other co-workers working with me today. So we'll see. Anyway, it's October 1st. It's officially October, and it makes sense. It's, you know, we're finally, you know, we had a couple rainy days. It's cooling off. It's finally starting to kind of feel like fall a little bit. So, as usual, I'm headed to my max to go to work. Gonna hit up the store on my way there, and just the whole usual thing. Walk into the max, thinking how my nose is getting cold. Then I remember, oh, I have a mask. Finally, this thing's worth something. So despite my shadow being out, meaning there's some sun hitting me, I never warmed up. I like went from being cold in bed to a warm shower that I immediately felt cold after I got out. And yeah, it's no colder now than it was the last several nights that I've gone home from work, but for some reason my hands are cold. Like I should have worn more clothes or, you know, like worn more than just a t-shirt. But then again, you know, I guess part of it's I haven't been working and warmed my body up yet. But yeah, I just had a series of sneezes, so I'm having an allergy attack, and I'm not feeling too stiff in the joints yet, but I'm expecting that to happen. This is going to be a fun 5.5 hours. Oh, VCR's still there. So I'm on my one break today, like halfway through my shift, so it's fine. I'm not having it today. I mean, it makes sense. I just worked, if I do the math right, I'm working almost 70 hours over a 10-day period. I mean, I'm not through with the 70 hours. I still have a 9-hour shift tomorrow and 3 more of those babies in the middle of the week. But that lack of sleep, I feel like I'm kind of coming around now. But yeah, my arms have been real, like not horrible discomfort, but definitely more than the last few days. Again, fortunately, I'm only working 5.5 hours today. So I'm almost there because it's like 2:15 now. So I'm pretty much like right in the middle of my shift. And it hasn't been too busy because it's Friday. Venom came out, but it's still a Friday early in the day. It's not going to really get busy till later on when I'm not here and don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's nice. I can get home and actually like be able to unwind for several hours instead of going home and having to go to sleep like an hour or two after I get home, like the last several days. So I'm almost there. I have Sunday and Monday off. I really want to go out vlogging on Sunday. I'm hoping I'm not too wiped out to do that because I haven't gone out vlogging for my main channel, like actually going out in the city and doing stuff for like, I think it's almost 6 weeks. It's been easily over a month. I really want to do that again. So hopefully Sunday, maybe Monday. That's my plan for the future. I want to, rest up a little bit for the few, brief period I have off, but I also want to make good use of that time. So yeah, a little less than 3 hours and then I will be free. Boy, it's nice to get off work and have it still be light outside. And I don't have to wonder if someone's lurking in the darkness, waiting to stick their homemade shank into you. This is the one nice day I get out of 4 because I'm only working till 5. 9 more hours tomorrow, but at least I know after tomorrow I have 2 days off. Always makes a long work day a little easier when it's your Friday, which in my case would be a Saturday. I mean, like mentally, sound is a pound. I could sit down and write the next great American novel right now. Like I'm wide awake and alert. Body's feeling better than it was, 3 hours ago or so. I just, still some stiffness, but it's slowly diminishing. But it kind of lingered with me all day, and also I'm working, I'm in the midst of working like 42 hours over a 5-day period, which is the norm for a lot of people, but a lot of people don't have fibromyalgia to deal with. It not only gives you physical pain, but also exhausts you just by its existence in your life. So 42 hours for me might be like 50 hours for somebody else in at least moderate healthy condition. So I don't want to hear any judgments from you hustle culture douchebags that think you need to work yourself to literal death in order to like achieve a purpose in this life. That ain't how it's supposed to be. That's just how we've been forced to live. So anyway, I'm gonna get home. I promised my girlfriend I'd watch something with her. I mean, she has to go to sleep. She'll pretty much have to go to sleep within like an hour of me getting home. So watch something short. I'm probably gonna make another kind of bean and rice dish with some of those fixins that I love. I gotta use up the rest of those like peppers and onions and stuff before they go bad. I actually haven't checked them in a couple of days. I hope they haven't gone bad because that'd suck. I want to use all that stuff. I bought some corn and some olives to also put into it. It's almost like I'm making a yum bowl. If you're not from the Portland area, actually, I don't know. It's Cafe Yum. That's a place. My girlfriend worked there for like a year and a half. I don't know. Are Cafe Yums like Oregon or Pacific Northwest specific, or are they like a national chain? I honestly have no idea. Anyway, it's kind of like a yum bowl that I'm throwing together. I just don't have the yum sauce, which that would really tie it all together, but kind of just have to add my own spices here and there. Of course, I gotta get home and make sure I don't get killed by a crackhead on the way, so. Oh man. Crackhead alert. Guy walks right across the sidewalk here and he was just, I think I hear him up the hill. Just, walking up the hill, red in the face, just like yelling. Just periodically yelling. Went up off that way. I hope he decides to keep going that way at least for another minute. I don't want to deal with your, I don't know what the hell to call it. Mania. I don't know, he must have been booking it along. Can't even see him anymore. God, people are out in real form. Is that one dude screaming? Saw one woman walking across the path back there, and I was like, no, I'm not walking into that. She was just picking up and throwing a can down repeatedly, and just screaming at it. I'm like, man, that can must have done her dirty at some point in life. Thank God anybody who was acting overtly suspicious just got on that max going the other way, so it's just me, hopefully, for the next 3 minutes, and hopefully I can get home without the drama coming up to me. It's so much nicer when the crazy drama happens on a nice sunny eve. This is gonna be delicious. And it's night, and I am coming to you by computer screen light. So yeah, I made my food, I ate it, and then just hung out. I tried to do some work, but I'm like, don't overdo yourself. You've worked the last 4 days, you're working 9 hours tomorrow. Don't overdo yourself. So it's 12:45, so I gotta be up in about 9.5 hours. So I really want to get enough sleep tonight since I'm working so long tomorrow, and the 5.5 hour shift I had today beat me up, so tomorrow's probably gonna beat me up pretty good too. So getting to bed at a semi-reasonable hour earlier than usual. I'm hoping I can actually fall asleep and not lie here for like 2 hours, praying I eventually finally fall asleep. But that is the plan. You know, not a whole lot of discomfort since I've been home. I was definitely feeling it at work. Some of that was probably a lack of sleep, and just, you know, working 33-ish hours in 4 days. It's gonna become about 42 with tomorrow, but yeah, so I'm feeling okay now. I'm just gonna go to sleep, try to sleep as nice and deep as I can, so I can make it through tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by, thanks for checking up on me. Steve, see you tomorrow.